Welcome to the final day of the Next Gen 2020 in Mumbai. We are live from the Reliance Corporate Park. And of course, today's three games on the final day. Chelsea versus Bengaluru and FC Goa versus Southampton. If you're on this stream, you'll be watching Goa versus Southampton. And the other one has the first game, which is simultaneous, as both the pitches at the Corporate Park are currently occupied with these young stars. Of course, let's focus on Goa versus Southampton. 6 points from 4 games for Goa, 1 point from their 4 for Southampton. Both the teams are ready and set. They've given a fantastic example of the talent that they possess. Southampton with a rich heritage and tradition of producing top quality English talent, and of course FC Goa coming from the state from where India has produced so many football stars. It's been a fantastic tournament. It's still open in terms of who's going to win it, because Chelsea and Man United top of the table right now. Chelsea with 12 and United with 9. However, the mission of this has always been to develop talent rather than choose a winner or standout players. And that is the kind of exposure that they've got this time. A very professionally organized tournament. It gives you the Premier League feels. And we've heard from all these kids who've come down from England as well, all the coaches, and they've said that it's unprecedented at this level, at the under-14s, for them to see something like this organized at this scale, along with all the live broadcast and live streaming. Of course, this is going live on the Indian Super League Facebook and YouTube, and of course across Geo TV on all platforms as well. Both the teams are ready. Both the dugouts are waiting for the teams to walk out. Nice and early today, 8:30 a.m. 2 fixtures, and then a significant break in between before a power-packed final game, which will consist of Manchester United against Reliance Foundation young champs. That is one to look forward to. Two very impressive teams. Of course, the United-Chelsea game was also done on the second day. That one was won by Chelsea 1-0 narrow. And nothing to choose between the two teams. Southampton playing with their free-flowing style. Goa will be playing with their possession system, as we see the styles of the senior teams replicated by the juniors, which is always the template to follow for a nice structure where the players can come through the ranks seamlessly without any jarring tactical changes. Some lovely scenes the other day where fans had come from the different clubs that have been playing. Players going and acknowledging the support. Of course, Alan Shearer was here. He'll be here again for the fixture in the evening too. The all-time Premier League top scorer is in India for the last 2-3 days, is in Bombay more specifically, and he's surely having a good time. Hopefully you're catching all the action even on the Instagram pages. There's also some news on how the Premier League is going to start their own Hall of Fame. And of course, in case you have an opinion, please make sure that we know about it. Use the hashtag NextGenMumbai, but also use the hashtag on the Hall of Fame. The first member, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be announced on the 19th of March. So there is a bit of wait there. 2 members will be inducted early, and probably it is probably safe to say that maybe Shearer will be one of them, given that he is the top scorer of the Premier League. And that is the sort of inspiration that these players have. So many good goals as well throughout this tournament. Long ranges and well-worked tap-ins and good crossing. Some decent headers as well from the youngsters. Just a bit of a glimpse as to what sort of action we've seen so far at the Next Gen Mumbai 2020. Of course, this is the Bengaluru versus Reliance Foundation game. Quality attacking stuff that we've seen, and really good defending as well. Some standout players there. You'll see a lot of these players in action today as well. Bengaluru are on the other stream, playing against Chelsea. But right now over here, FC Goa against Southampton, as both the teams walk out to what is one of the most popular league anthems in the world. Well, excellent conditions at the Reliance Corporate Park. This game is being played on AstroTurf. The other one is being played on natural grass. 8:30 a.m. fixture. The last game for both these teams of this particular tournament this year, but so much more to look forward. And Goa, of course, have given a great account of themselves. A couple of victories for them. Southampton still searching for a win, but it's all about the experience they've garnered and what they take back home to England and continue their development process, hoping to one day play for what has now become a very settled Premier League side. Mickey Dias is in there, along with Southampton's number 5 Sonny, who's the skipper, always busy, exchanging the pennants and time for the toss. Such has been the organisation and the way that the matches have been conducted, that if they ever play at the highest level, this will not be new to them. Quick photos with the referees, Mickey Dias and Sonny, as the rest of the team will try and sort themselves out, arrange themselves in the formation that is decided. Usually FC Goa playing in the 4-2-3-1, which is a reflection of how the senior team plays. And not just that, even the approach to the sport, to the game, has been very much like that tactically. Southampton also playing a very free-flowing attacking style. And just a change of side after the toss, as we're all set for kickoff. A big set of celebrations planned as well for later in the evening. Please tune in at 5 p.m. as well, when Reliance Foundation will take on Man United in what is going to be the last game of this Next Gen Mumbai 2020. And the players are ready. The referee is in position and off we go. Goa against Southampton. Of course, the league has been played in the usual way. Every team playing each other once. 5 matches for all the sides. And table topper will take the title of the winners of the Next Gen Mumbai 2020. 25-minute halves, 50-minute matches, rolling subs. Goa right from the off, putting pressure via Brandon Pereira on the number 14. Rolling subs, so most of the players, or I think, if I'm not mistaken, every player who's been brought in by every club has got a chance to show what they're made of. Ryan Menezes is on the corner right now. Swung in towards the near side. He's still inside the box if Goa can make something of it. Strong shot on the turn from Wesley. Quickly blocked though. Another foul. This time it's probably within shooting range in case they've got a left footer on their team. Rohan, who's scored a stunning goal earlier in the tournament from distance, he's got that left foot which can very well find the back of the net here. A lot of discussion. Mervyn is there. Rohan is there. Probably Rohan is favourite. One of them hops over. Rohan goes for the shot. And oh! It's come off the bar. And surely showing that he's got the quality to trouble from that sort of range from a set piece. Rohan. Really well taken attempt. Went up and over the wall confidently and beat the keeper as well. Just couldn't get enough tip on it. Great start in the first 2.5 minutes. Goa with the best chance. Of course, Bastian not easy to beat though. So the Southampton keeper, who's had a fine tournament himself in terms of the quality of save that he's made. Him and Mickey Dias, arguably two of the busiest goalkeepers in the league so far. Goa have no qualms of playing the ball all the way back. Wesley trying to keep the ball in play. Getting an earful from the coach. Just making sure that he knows that all the lessons are applied, whatever he's learned over these last few games. Southampton just looking to get the feel of the ball, just looking to keep it for a while, stroke it around and play a few passes among themselves. It's been a bit of a difficult start to this fixture for them. This is much better though. Isaac through the gap towards Oliver. Almost found that through ball to trouble Goa. Nice step in. There's a better exchange. Oliver over the top. Here comes Southampton. Looking dangerous. Ryan. In comes the cross. Could be trouble. Cleared away by Wesley this time. No nonsense clearance from him. And didn't try anything different. There it is. Just finding some room down the left. And trying to cut it back across the byline. Sonny. Now Oliver. Oh, it's a great ball forward. Mickey Dias has come off his line. There's nobody waiting. Somehow the clearance coming in and Goa get away with it again. They're playing with fire though. Mickey Dias coming off his line like that. So both teams with a couple of attacking spells in the first few minutes. There's the cross over him. But thankfully for Goa, they had a black shirt waiting to clear that. But Southampton will know that that's where the trouble lies. That's where the gaps are, which they can exploit. Anthony Pereira, or Antonio Pereira, is the man in charge for FC Goa. And Goa with a huge pool of talent as well for the club to choose from. Hearing that they're doing some excellent work in terms of developing the local talent. Southampton again, a very decent ball in, finding a lot of joy down the right, especially Alfie, the number 2. Sonny just committing a foul going up like that against Rohan. Now Mickey Dias playing it short as expected. Oh, great drag back. But just couldn't keep the ball in play though. Again looking for that gap, this time quickly plugged by Wesley, who's got better over the last few minutes. Oliver, excellent area to win the ball, and then quick exchange of possession time and again. Vedant involved as well. There's Bryson. Now Wesley in through the gap. Excellent play from Goa. And this is exactly what makes them such a dangerous side, the ability to keep the ball. And Brandon Pereira now down the right. And getting some support from his right fullback, number 29, Ryan Menezes. Here comes the cross in just over. And still open for Goa to make something of this. Here's Vedant. Now Rohan. And here comes Bryson. A couple of step overs, but very well done in the end by Alfie, who stood firm. Stayed on his feet eventually until he was brought down. Trying to nutmeg him. If those work out, they look quite lovely. And immediately turning a defense into attack. Oh, shot came in from Isaac, the number 17. Just couldn't connect properly. Isaac's attempt just seconds ago. There it is. He probably did get a connection, but straight into the keeper. Again down the wings. Here comes Southampton. Sent in, teasing ball in. Shot from a tight angle. It's just flashed across the goal line. But that's the strategy. Third or fourth time that they're doing this. Playing that looping ball back in. Here they come once more. If he can take it onto his right side, Isaac. There's a shot coming in, deflection, and Mickey Dias had that covered. Creating some inroads though. Since that Free kick from Rohan, which struck the bar for Goa. Haven't really had a lot of opportunities to go forward. There's a challenge for which the game was stopped. Good to see some great respect between the two sides, and between most of the sides there have been some feisty tackles and some heated games, but it's all part and parcel of the sport. And number 7, Salgio, is the player they really want to get on the ball. Excellent turn of pace, good footwork, a very direct player, but hasn't been involved in these first 12 minutes. Now maybe it could change. Here comes Salgio. Past a couple. Excellent work from him. If he can pull the trigger, Salgio, just taking it too wide. And now through the middle, Pranchit was asking for it. But as soon as we mentioned that Salgio is a danger player, he shows exactly why. Because he can go on runs like that. Oh, tumble. And now here come Southampton via William, number 11. He's got his own run to make. Good shot as well. Got a lot of power. He kept it low and hard, but straight towards Mickey. 2 decent runs now. It's opening up this game. Here come Goa once more. This time via Bryson, who's found it very difficult to go past the challenger on the left wing. But he continues to try. Eventually there will be an opportunity that could open up. Important flick coming in. Oh, trouble! In the end, very well marshalled and cleared away without too much fuss. This is the sort of area that Goa should be aiming to keep the ball. Now once again, through the middle, this time Southampton, perfect weight on that ball. Tyres comes out quickly off his line. Sort of communication so important and good to see. Salgio could have a free run. Bryson in support. Salgio has only one thing in mind. Unless he can play in Bryson now. Salgio still went for the shot. He's got that streak where he backs himself up every time he's into that sort of an area. 2 times now that he's gone on this sort of a run. Almost past Louis, who caught that eventual deflection. Very favourable in the end for the keeper. Louis can go intercept that with ease. Taken away by Alfie now. And here's Sonny. Swept wide and quickly cut out. Both the teams, no sustained possession. It's that difficult out there. It's that close between them. Oh, one in a good area, but quickly closed down. Vedant, now Pranchit. Slightly risky, but Goa like to play a brisk and risky style of football, especially from the back. They will lose out on possession a few times, but it's about persisting and persisting until you get it right. And believing in the way, believing in the method. Salgio, who's been very entertaining. Again looking for the ball down the left. Southampton, and that's where they've been most effective from. Well, 10 minutes left in this half. Still 0-0 between Goa and Southampton. Another break, another attempt at trying to play in Salgio, who will chase Bastian all the way behind and probably even win it over here. Good work though in the end from Ethan. A danger man. And this is why he's so dangerous. Just knocking the ball past a couple of challenges and always finding a way to put it towards the middle of the box. This time though, I thought that he'd take it onto his right. He's troubling Bastian once more as we look at this replay. Salgio almost on point in terms of scoring or getting into another goal scoring chance, as we were showing his runs that have resulted in exactly that. This time intercepting, but Bastian doing very well to quickly cover and rectify his own mistake. He has given away a free kick though, and Rohan will be on it once more, unsurprisingly, even though the angle probably favors a right footer. This is going to be very, very interesting. Prachit is interested in this with his right foot. Ryan Menezes is in there as well. Prachit has gone for the low shot and looking for the jump so that he could go under the wall. A clever idea. Good challenge once more from Prachit. Here come Goa. Acres of space down the right. Great ball inside as well. If Bryson can keep it in play. And Salgio's waiting in the middle. Salgio trying to take it onto his right side. Could still open up for Salgio. And what a goal that is. And he's been rewarded for his persistence. And that is what Salgio brings to the side. A bit of a slow start early on, but over the last few minutes he's grown and finally found the space, found the strength to shrug off his marker and send a finish past the flying Bastian. Started it all out. There he is found past the first challenge and the second. Just quickly twisting and turning, and he's got such good balance. Surely one for the future, Salgio. Just an example of his potential there. He's been knocking on the door for a while now in this game. Finally breaks it down. Here comes Southampton, and this time over the top towards the left as usual. A flag had gone up. Interesting decision that. This is how the first goal of the game came. And played in towards Salgio. Just look at the strength. And then that spin. It's a ridiculous skill. Here he is once more. Oh, Salgio has gone past the first man as well. Wow, what a game he's having. Unplayable at the moment. Absolutely unplayable. It doesn't matter how tall the defender is going up against him, how fast. Salgio has proven to be stronger and faster. And this has been his half so far. He'll be hoping it is his game as well. So will he. And Antonio Presley Pereira. He was slightly disappointed first 5 odd minutes, but since then, been very pleased with how his team has responded. Constant instructions from the touchline, completely immersed in the game. And trying to sweep it out wide again to create that space. Bryson. The idea probably was to get in the man on the right channel. And the coach immediately asking him to be slightly more patient in his approach, because there was space opening up on all sides. A high press also being applied by Goa expertly so that they can win the ball exactly over here. Vedant quickly turning it around. Now Prachit. Beautifully done. Here's Ryan. You're thinking about the shot. Ryan has gone for it as well. Not a bad attempt. Sometimes that is exactly what you need to surprise the keeper and the defense. And once again, a long ball in. Time and again they look for the wingers to tuck in and get into those striking positions. There's Tony Salentino. If you've been watching and following the PL for India page and the Indian Super League page, you will have seen a lot of him. Goa looking for their second. Making inroads once more. Takes a shot from a sharp angle. I think Ryan was the player who got in. Yes, it was him. Getting into that advanced position from midfield. And there's that tiny nutmeg from Bryson this time. Has the awareness to pick out his teammate. The shot is just wide. A couple of good challenges. Now Oliver, there is space down the left. What a challenge there is. Saving what could have easily been a goal scoring opportunity for Southampton. Player stayed down. But that challenge was brilliantly done. Look at that. Coming in with all the force. Prajay Gavade, if I'm not mistaken, the number 2. Reinforcements are ready for Southampton in case they need them. This is Salgio's goal. I'll watch it again and again, especially that spin. Fantastic. Just the willingness, just the cunning involved in that. Rewarded with a fine goal. Bryson, just getting some tips from Presley Pereira. Just a minute or two now in this half. Oliver is the player who's coming off. One chance for him in this game. Early on, he caught it well as well, only as far as the keeper though. Given back to Bastian by Goa. Southampton go direct this time. Just too long. William. Excellent footwork from young William. Got very little support though, still manages to put the ball inside the box. Cleared away by Goa with urgency. And now Salgio. We're looking at another one of those runs. He'll need support this time. 1-2 is open. Strong from Southampton this time. Tyler was the defender. Half-time then between FC Goa and Southampton. A narrow 1-0 lead thanks to Salgio Dias, who's had a cracking game, the Goan striker. Southampton have had their opportunities as well. Don't be surprised if they claw back into this game. Early on it was all about the Saints, but Goa did well to get some possession and nick that goal. As it stands at half-time between the two teams, it's FC Goa 1, Southampton 0. Welcome back. Second half between Southampton and FC Goa. And the Indian team with a 1-goal lead after they managed to marshal Southampton's attacks in the first few minutes with some gritty defending. At the other end, Southampton have not done too badly either, but Sergio Dias and his ability to run with the ball and stay on his feet and twist and turn and shoot, the difference between the two teams. And Goa right from the off, pumping the ball into the box. A decent area to win it as well for Bryson, who's wearing the number 14. And Goa striking the crossbar as well from a free kick which came from Rohan, who's already scored from distance in the tournament earlier. I think on the second day of action. Now one of the goals of the tournament, that one. Good footwork. And eventually had to be brought down, but referee says it was okay. In fact, credit as well to Meki for not making too much of that. Here come Goa once more. Running using the pace of Sergio Dias, who keeps going and taking a shot, and it's just wide. What a game he's having, and I've said this before, but he's been unplayable, Sergio, in this game. Absolutely hell-bent on making an impression. Inches in that. And don't be surprised if not just the Goan coaches watching him, but even the other coaches watching him may be impressed. This is the sort of age that you want to be noticed by clubs around the world. Sergio Dias, in case anyone's watching, he could have potential to become a really good player. And nothing to take away from the other players though, but even though Sergio has stood out, one goal, couple of chances. A neat touch. And immediately recycled out wide towards Bryson. Into the channel for Sergio, who didn't see any point in chasing that one. Too far from goal that for him. And Goa pouring forward as usual. Sergio on the ball, flick coming in from him. And sometimes he's just too clever as well for his teammates. Just operating on a different plane. Surely that flick is something that nobody expected in such a tight area. We will get a look at that. And Meki has been brought down meanwhile. Here's what happened a few moments ago. There's the flick, and just couldn't get it into his stride. Bryson, the number 10. Meanwhile, Oliver getting away on attempt. At the other side, in fact, it was William trying to curl it in. Playing it into that space once again. This time stopped in his tracks. And emphatically that too, by Tyler, who's been brought in at that end just for the purpose of stopping Sergio. Half an hour gone, 20 minutes left to play. Great area to win it. And immediately trying to play it in once again towards Bryson, who's won that this time, though, straight to Bastian. Ryan Menezes had gone forward. They're switching and swapping positions. And now Southampton's turn to create something. Oh, almost falling back to a black and yellow shirt. A vital touch coming in. Not this one. Here, that's the one. Prajay Gavade for the second time intercepting the ball in a crucial area. Southampton's youngsters need to get past him if they need to have any chance of scoring and coming back into this game. Now, what an experience, though, for them to take back home. And Mickey Dias untroubled. Mengoa's captain and number 1. And got a lot of distance on his kick as well. Foul on Salgio. Just push with both his hands. Usually defenders get away with using the one hand, but when it's two, they make it easy for the referee. That is also something that they will learn. The dark arts of defending. Over the top, great take as well. Sends it in towards, well, Southampton have also had a change in goal. Good area to win the header. Southampton have bodies forward. All they need is half a yard to test Mickey Dias somehow. Here comes Bryson looking for the reverse pass. Oliver has it again. Quickly turning. Mickey, one of the 2 changes that Southampton have made, rolling subs of course, so it'll keep happening. Malachi is now in goal, number 13 instead of Bastian. And Meki has come on. Play down the left. And there's one trying to move it to the other side. It was a decent ball, just bounced away from the waiting defender. And ball just escaping Southampton. Just very minute details in this game. Ethan. Meki. Ball went out of play though. Sonny. Brought back after a foul by Salgio on Sonny. Went in. Now over the top, Southampton. They're trying different things, mixing it up. Just not able to match it though. They're still trying very hard to get back into this Goa. Another 15 odd minutes for them to sit on this narrow lead. If they do win, then Reliance Foundation, who are playing at the other side, and they will be under pressure as well to win when they play against Manchester United later in the evening. Temporarily Goa will go into third if it stays like this. Nicely done. Ryan was interested in taking it all on his own. Now William out wide to the right. Back towards William. Oliver involved, and now Alfie as well, finding some space. If he can turn and cross, goalkeeper had come out to add some more pressure to the two bodies that were already on him. Just trying to box him out. In the end, Wesley, enough of a shrug there, shoulder to shoulder. He'll settle for a corner. Taken short. Quickly closed down though, as Cameron, the other change, the third one, managed to get on the ball. Here's Oliver. A great ball down the byline. Excellent challenge once again. Corner then. This is good pressure from Southampton. This is much better in terms of wanting to fight back and get on equal terms. This time Oliver forcing the slide from Mervyn Fernandes, who's playing in defense along with Rizwan. On corner duty is Cameron. Sent in with a lot of power, sent out by, I'll tell you what, Salgio again, defending this time. Here's Alfie. Stolen away, and now Goa can break. There is enough defensive cover though. Big clearance. Southampton still searching, still probing, and Goa still trying to hit them on the break. Brandon from distance, it was twisting and turning that ball, but eventually just driven too wide. Nice technique, nice directness. Offside flag went up. Here's Meki. Cameron. Sonny. And now the other Cameron. Both of them on the pitch. 18 and 4 for Southampton. This is good, just controlling the ball. Goa sitting back, yes, but they will eventually want the ball back. This will force them to reposition and rethink. That's how you want to recycle meaningful possession. That's what these players need to learn, and along with that they're also learning a lot of Composure on the ball, very settled. Here come Goa, slightly urgent on the attack. I like that pace. Ryan Menezes trying to find Salgio once again. Trying to knock the ball past one way and go the other. That was Prajay Gavde, brave defender. A long ball forward again. This is what Salgio likes to chase, putting pressure on the two centre-backs. Now Cameron. Here comes Ryan. Looking for the through ball. William was running forward, so was Oliver. Alfie. Back to Ryan on that left foot. And here comes Oliver from distance, straight to Mickey Dias. And they have the ball in a dangerous area. Cameron, if he can pull the trigger, eventually just crowded out. Southampton winning the ball in the right areas on the edge of the box in shooting positions. Now under pressure from Salgio, and the pressure eventually counts, and Salgio just stopping his run though. Ryan, Meki, he's in some space. Challenge has to be made with a lot of care. It's still put in, a sliced clearance, and Mickey Dias does well to punch it, not too far, still in the danger zone before it was stowed away. Sonny. The play has been stopped for a foul. Advantage not played, but he's taken it quickly towards Cameron. Cameron shifts it out wide. Here's Meki. Oh, for a second. That looked very dangerous. There is one. The heart must have stopped for half a second. Southampton have a corner. Ryan is the player who's going to take it. A good looking ball as well. Great attempt, still open for William now. Salgio smacks it clear. A good ball sent in. A great attempt as well on the volley. It's difficult to direct those kind of volleys on target, but he kept it low, kept it inside the box as well. It wasn't a wild attempt, tried to measure it. Presley Pereira, 5 minutes away from a decent victory against a good side. Sonny. Space down the middle. Have gone out wide again. Southampton have been patient. They have been measured in their need to fight back into this. A few more minutes of that, if they can carve out one opening, it'll be very, very interesting. Last couple of minutes, Meki needs to come off. Shifted out wide by Cameron. Here comes Southampton. This is the chance they were waiting for, and Mickey Dias has got a vital touch away. But Ryan finding that pocket of space inside the box, and this is much better from Southampton. This is the sort of chance they need to create on the turn. Slightly scuffed attempt, slightly scuffed save as well from Mickey. Usually been very solid. In the end, he still has that clean sheet to protect. Corner though for Southampton. It'll be taken by the man who took the shot and won it. Sent it in, cleared away with great aplomb. Sonny going right. Looking for that early cross in. It was Alfie from right back. Cameron is in support for the throw in. Here's Sonny playing last man. They're managing to distribute the ball expertly from this position. There it is once more. They're creating space, creating time, creating an opportunity for Southampton to make an inroad into the box. On the turn, Goa's clearance is... It doesn't really clear the lines, but... And now Salgio can run at the defense, and this is what he loves doing. He's just going to take it wide. Eventually he cuts in onto his right side. He needed a couple of teammates to stop him. And Goa in game management mode in the last 2.5 minutes. That'll do well for Goa. Tick away some precious seconds. Tony Salentino and his coaching staff look on. Southampton into the attack again. This time it's cut away. And Mickey Dias will get there. Can Goa double their lead. Interesting 90-odd seconds left in this game now. Southampton's players, one thing that is very noticeable in the way they play is that every time they get the ball, immediately look up and look ahead. Don't dilly-dally on it. William on that favoured right side. Oliver straight into the box and straight towards Mickey Dias. Ryan was interested in getting ahead of him. Maybe a couple of changes coming up. At the same time, a player stayed down, maybe for cramps. Oh, just stepped on his ankle. Of course, unknowingly, he was in his stride. No malice. A couple of minutes left to play here. A couple of minutes for Southampton to find an equaliser. Cameron through the middle. Interesting ball. I'm always encouraged to play that kind of dangerous ball forward. The likes of Charlie and Ryan were waiting. The Goans trying to get as much distance between the ball and their own goal. Southampton trying to nullify that. Cameron's a long punt forward, nicely taken down. It's a decent run as well. Played it wide left now. Straight into the danger area. Was bobbling in the box for a couple of moments before Goa cleared their lines. And give it away straight back to Southampton. They would do well now to apply some of their possession tactics. Ethan. Ryan. And Cameron. Cleared away by Goa. And Salgio will buy some time on the turn. And he's on his bike as well. Here comes Salgio. He's taking it towards the corner flag. Free kick given. Sonny more out of frustration, out of the knowledge that he can't stop him apart from doing that. He's been such a thorn throughout this game. A bit of a souvenir for Salgio to take away. Job done probably for Goa. Last bit of action then, it seems, and Goa will attack. Ryan Menezes putting it in, and eventually ending up with Malechi. Southampton 1-0 at full time. FC Goa win it, but we've seen a very, very close game with a fantastic strike from Salgio settling the match. Goa's defense stuck in, dug deep, and worked hard when it mattered. A couple of fantastic blocks and interceptions from the likes of Prajay Gavde, and Southampton tried and just couldn't break past the Gore wall. But they've given a fantastic account of themselves. Now 1 point from 5 games, but they should not focus on that. It's all about taking home the experience of playing in a different condition, in different climbs against various different styles of football, as Alan Shearer also mentioned in his interview yesterday evening, that the results are hardly anybody's concern. It's all about learning and getting this experience. This was the first threatening moment from Rohan. That free kick that clipped the bar. The first warning shot was fired by then towards Bastian, but Southampton probably had the Lions' share of possession time and again, troubling Goa. Goa though always active on the break, and mostly due to this player Salgio Dias, who was a live wire, and this time trying to provide. There were black back flicks and tricks and step overs, everything that he could do until this happened. A lovely spin and smack into the back of the net past Bastian, who's been one of the finest goalkeepers of this league. There's that block that I was talking about, Prajay making it. At half-time, Salgio's goal, the difference. Same thing at full-time as well. But in the second half, mostly after these early attacks, thanks to Salgio, was all about Southampton trying to fight their way back in. Goa firmly on the break. Some openings though for the likes of Ryan, the number 10. Obviously spurred on by the width and the crossing that they were putting in. There's that big chance for them. That final body check, Sonny against Salgio. In the end though, the number 7 and his team prevailed with the 1-0 victory. Well, thank you for watching. We have another game, the big one, coming up at 5 o'clock. That one is between Reliance Foundation, Young Champs and Man United. Until then, this one ends. Goa 1, Southampton 0. Thank you for watching.